You've all heard, work smart, work smart. But I remember when I first got into real estate, I learned an invaluable tip from a builder client. Stay tuned. Many of you know my story. I first got into real estate because I was tutoring a child whose father was a builder. And he said, Gary, hey, if you get your real estate license, maybe I'll give you some homes to sell. And then I studied the real estate licensing program while I was doing an online business program. And then eventually I did my MBA and I finished my real estate licensing and I started working in the business. This builder client is very important to me. But one of the tips, I was spending time with him, I was just adding value and sending him listings, and I'd go over to his house often, and I remember he'd be smoking a lot and my suit was always like smoky when I got home. But I learned the fundamentals, the foundations of where I am today. I learned about building a relationship, building a connection with him, and he would always share with me, Gary, 9 out of 10 realtors don't do this. 9 out of 10 realtors don't learn about zoning. 9 out of 10 realtors don't read the strata documents. And I would be that 1 out of 10. I'm gonna do what 9 out of 10 realtors don't do. And one day I was talking to his wife, and his wife just shared with me, Gary, you're so naive and you're so pure. And the builder client and his wife, they're from China. And she was sharing with me how her husband is looking at properties late into the night, like 3 a.m., 4 a.m., just looking at properties. And she was sharing with me how immersed he is when it comes to studying real estate, how well he knows the market by the back of his hand. And I was determined to take that. I was determined to study the market daily, and I was determined to find out. But one of the key things I learned was that the people from China and Hong Kong and Taiwan and Korea and Asia in general, they just work hard. They work really, really, really hard. Their work ethic is just phenomenal. It makes us Canadians look like we are super lazy. And I'm saying that as a stereotype, a generalization. Canadians are not known for their work ethic and like work hard, play hard. They're not known for that. They're known for their benefits, chill work culture, and taking breaks. And I learned about work ethic from people in China and Korea and Hong Kong. And that's what I want to share with you today. Before you work smart, learn how to work hard first. When I graduated from my undergraduate degree in psychology and Mandarin, I got a job working for the government. It was $11 an hour, and I was taking 1 hour coffee breaks, and my lunch hour would be like 2 hours, and I would just like charge for overtime, and I would just milk the system. And that's where I came up with the generalization, Canadian government's got a lazy work culture. Sure, there are a lot of hardworking government officials and a lot of people working in the government that are working super hard. But back then, when I was working in that job, the people there were super chill, taking tons of breaks and just relaxed. And I talked to different friends. They all share the same kind of perspective. And I had a perspective of the Canadian government as really chill and lazy. Whether that kind of culture is all across the board, I don't know. Just from my experience and from the experience I hear from others, that's what we hear. And so I want to share with you today. Before you focus on working smart, you know why you're trying to work smart, because you want to be more efficient. But some people are just trying to be efficient and not put in the hard work. They don't want to work the 10-hour, 12-hour, 14-hour days. They want to work 4 hours. They want to follow the 4-hour work week, and they just want to work as little as possible. They want to streamline things, and they want to call it, I'm working smart. But you know what? Before you work smart, learn how to work hard first. Learn how to put in the long hours. Learn how to go above and beyond. See, in real estate, or most industries out there, if you just work a little bit harder than everyone else, you will do so well. And one time I was talking to a mortgage broker and he was very successful. And I said, how did you become so successful in such a short time? And he's like, well, in my industry, you don't have to work very hard to be better than the average. And I understood what he meant. He was working 70, 80 hours a week, and the average mortgage broker was working maybe 30 or 40. So it's no wonder he was so successful. And same in real estate, if you just work 50, 60, 70 hours a week, you'll be more successful than most realtors out there. Because most realtors just do the average, most realtors actually do below average. They put in even less than 40 hours a week. In your business, take a look at the competition. Most people aren't even doing the bare minimum. They're trying to find a way to do as little as possible. Think of their mindset. They're thinking, how do I work smart so I can do as little as possible? How can someone with that kind of mindset be successful in business? They want to do as little as possible. And they want to call it or categorize it or frame it as, I'm working smart. Before you work smart, learn how to work hard, learn how to hustle. And when I grew up and I saw people working hard, they were like skipping meals and they were just like pedal to the metal and their head was down and they were focused. And I'm not telling you to like skip meals and everything. It shows what work ethic is all about. It shows what it means to work hard. So I want to encourage you today, before you work smart, learn to work hard. Really, really hard. And when you're working hard, then you can learn how to work smart. That's it for today. Comment below if you know people who are working smart, but it's just an excuse for being lazy. I want to hear your story. Hey, subscribe, comment below, thumbs up if you like this video, share it with your friends, those especially who need to hear this message. Hit the notification bell so you'll be notified of future videos, and I will see you in the next video.